Galaxy 1138 is all clear and clanker free. This is Clone Army Radio.
What is up, Clone Army? Welcome. Amazing pick. I love it. It did not make my list.
What?
It was another one that was on my list. It's just, like we keep saying, there's so many moments. And I kind of had this feeling for sure it was going to be on yours. And I'm like, well, we're going to talk about it anyway. So
I like where you're at. I like where your head's at.
And my number 2 kind of rolls into that one. But it's in a different film. It's in Return of the Jedi. And
good.
This one is when Luke says, "Never. I'll never turn to the dark side."
Oh, I'm getting chills.
You've failed, Your Highness. I'm a Jedi, like my father before me. As we both do the nod.
You can't say that line without the nod.
This part, Luke just defeated his father, cut off his father's hand, and in that moment realizes he was using his anger there to defeat his father.
Right, he was.
He looks at his father's cut off stump, looks at his hand, and he he exhales. He lets all of the darkness that was in him out, and you just see this flick of a switch from out of control to complete peace and confidence. And he tells the Emperor, "You've failed. Yes. I'm a Jedi." And that's just it's so just, this is huge. This is one of the, obviously this is one of the biggest moments in Star Wars. Luke isn't going to turn to the dark side.
No, he's taking a hard stance.
He did what his father couldn't do.
Yeah,
he stood up to the Dark Lord of the Sith.
Wow. Yeah. The Emperor was like, this is going to be easy, recruiting this guy to the dark side. 3 there will be.
Right.
This is going to be a piece of cake. This guy's, he's the thing is Luke doesn't come from a broken home. Luke comes from a pretty stable home life. He grew up in the Halarm's homestead with a father figure and a mother figure, and he's stable and loved. Yeah. Whereas Vader or Anakin was single parent home, and then a no parent home, and then Disney's dream of having no parents and being out on your own, and not having that that stability to values and everything to hold you back from turning to the dark side. Luke has that foundation, so it's impenetrable. It's that the Emperor has no chance against that shield that Luke has, and he knows good between good and evil, and that's the moment that good wins, because good always wins, because evil is dumb.
Nice. And I think that's something that really stands out in this part comes from Revenge of the Sith. Before the lightsaber battle between Anakin and Obi-Wan, and Anakin has, he's already twisted by the dark side, and he's talking to Padme, and he tells Padme, well, she says, she loves him, and he's like, "Love won't save you, Padme. Only my new powers can do that." And you jump to Return of the Jedi. What is saving Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader, aka Anakin Skywalker. It's love.
Love.
And I feel like after Vader throws Palpatine down the shaft and he's, on his deathbed, I like to think, and who knows if he is, but I like to think that he thinks back to that moment when he tells Padme, love can't save you. And he's learned here that love can save. And he could have prevented everything that happened if he had trusted in the Force and trusted in the love he had for Padme. None of this would have happened. I like to think that he's, it's sad that he would be thinking about that, but you got to think you're on your deathbed. Everything's flying through your head. And what happened? His son, like you said, in The Empire Strikes Back, his son, the flip of a switch,
Right.
went from hating Darth Vader to loving him because it's his father.
Right.
And he spends all this time saying that there's still good in him. I can turn him back to the good side.
Yes.
All of that stuff.
Optimistic.
The love of his son saved him. And then his love for his son saved him and his son. It redeemed him in a way and saved his son from getting killed by forced lightning. So it's just this huge jump from his turn to his redemption. Maybe he learns, love did save him. Love could have saved it all. At least that's what I like to think. It's crazy. I don't know. It's just Return of the Jedi sometimes bounces to my favorite movie.
Yeah, same here.
Because of this and because of I don't want to say it in case it's your number one, but there's another moment between Luke and Vader at this point, and it's just, I don't know, there's so much stuff going on. But I wanted to mention one thing that I picked up on when he throws Palpatine down that shaft, and you hear like the explosion or whatever, and that blue misty light comes flying back up.
Yeah.
There's like hissing sounds in there.
Oh.
And I'm like, is this something that they just recently edited in to kind of, work the whole Rise of Skywalker thing of Palpatine coming back? Or was this something that's always there? I need to watch my Blu-ray copies and listen, because it sounds like it could be interpreted as the whispers of some kind of Sith something.
Oh, good catch.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
I had my headphones on when I was watching. Usually I just use the surround sound, but I had my headphones on and I could hear it, and I'm like, that's interesting. I need to look into it. Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure if you caught it, somebody else has caught it and put their 2 cents on it and see what they say. When did the Blu-rays come out? Did they come out before Rise of Skywalker?
Oh yeah. The Blu-ray box set came out in 2010 or 2011.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's no way they knew about the Rise of Skywalker back then. Right. But the Rise of Skywalker could have used something from those movies and then
to write that in.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, why not? You got it there at your disposal. Why not make a small moment in one movie, a big moment in another?
Right. But yeah, number 2, man, just Luke flushing any darkness out of him and becoming, that guy that we see in The Mandalorian season 2.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool, calm, collected Jedi Master.
Centered,
yes.
Yeah. Not letting the waves of hate wash over him, just keeping it all contained through that breath. Yeah. It's a big moment, man. Number 2, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. What's going to be number 1 on your list?
I don't think you'll expect the number 1. It's kind of, I don't know. I guess it would probably be some people's, but for me, it's just more personal, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's what it's all about. It's all about our number 1 George Lucas moments, George Lucas Star Wars moments. So, wow. I don't think I have much to add to that, except once again, I want to see the scene and I want to take it all in and find something new in it. So, like you did, you found the sound.
Yeah.
I want to go looking for stuff too.
Well, in the words of our Dark Lord of the Sith, do it.
It's funny. I mean, just like in the Godfather movies, every time I watch these Star Wars movies, I mean, I find something new. I mean, I'm still discovering. There's still layers of the onions that are getting peeled back, you know. And then with all these prequels that they're adding, it's just making it, it's enriching it even more because more and more is being unveiled, you know, in the past.
Yep.
That's things in these movies that are more important than you think. So, is it time for my number one? Or
yeah, go for it.